Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
We're glad you're here. I'm Whitney Ward. We begin tonight as all across the country, people are marking a day of awareness for missing and murdered Indigenous people.
KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy spent the day in Cheney, where Eastern Washington University held a full day of honoring and remembering.
Remembering and honoring. Friday, Eastern Washington University's campus mall was the center of ceremony on the National Day of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous People.
Women have never received justice. Their cases have never been investigated.
Including cases that are close to home for many people in the inland Northwest.
Remember me. But when I noticed there was no tape, there was no active investigation that was starting or would ever start for my sister, I had to switch it up in my mind.
There are MMIP reminders all across EWU's campus, like red articles of clothing. During last year's event, just over 100 Indigenous people were listed as missing in Washington state. Today, that list includes 143 names.
Courtney Holden.
Those are our sisters, those are our brothers, and they deserve justice, and their families deserve closure.
Along with art and personal stories, Friday's event was also a call to action. Margot Hill, a former Spokane tribal attorney, says there's hope in Washington.
In our office, we got letters of declination where the U.S. attorney declined to prosecute major violent crimes in our tribal communities. They said, oh, it's not a good case, or you don't have good testimony, or the facts just aren't there.
Hope that someday, along with remembering and honoring, there will be answers.
The legislation that's being passed for a cold case unit to investigate these crimes so we begin to stop the MMIW epidemic.
Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
We ask all of you, if you see something, say something.
All right, moving on to weather now, because after a week of 80-degree temperatures, it looks like our luck is running out for the weekend.
Sure does. Let's check in with our meteorologist, Michelle Boss, now to find out what the forecast is looking for this Bloomsday weekend.
A very different weekend than last weekend. We are looking for more wet weather, but after today, I don't think we're going to quite see the really heavy rains that we saw over the last couple days, especially with that thunderstorm activity. We do have some heavy rain showers out there right now, and it could be affecting your afternoon commute. So if you're getting ready to head back out, especially need to travel on I-90, it looks like we do have some heavier showers kind of moving along that I-90 corridor all the way from just east of Othello through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and even across Wallace Lookout past that area. So going to see some wet roads kind of zooming in here, not terribly heavy right now in Spokane, but you can see some much heavier showers along Highway 95 through Idaho, just around the Harrison area. So certainly some slow going on some of those area roadways doing ponding because of ponding of water. We do have some flood concerns for some of the usual rivers, the Kettle River near Ferry at Curlew, the St. Joe River at St. Mary's, Methow River near Pateros, looking for rises on those rivers, minor flooding, and then some just general aerial flooding in places where we've seen some snow melt combined with just several days of some heavier rains. Temperatures, of course, much colder. 40s, 50s, and got a couple of 60s left, but certainly much colder than the 70s and 80s we've seen over the last couple of days. Showers for the rest of this evening, or at least a chance of showers after that band moves through, and then a cool weekend ahead. 57, a few showers on Saturday, and some light showers on Bloomsday with highs in the lower 60s.
All right, thank you very much, Michelle. And we are less than 2 days out from what is one of the biggest events in Spokane. Come Sunday morning, more than 30,000 runners and walkers will be flooding the streets of Spokane for the annual Bloomsday Run.
Check-ins underway right now at the Convention Center. That's where we find Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legout tonight. And Jeremy, how's the energy down there right now?
Mark, it's palpable. There's so much energy. Everybody's excited. How can you not be excited for Bloomsday? I joked a little earlier, not an elite runner, but what you do is you look in your registration confirmation email, you find your number. My number just happens to be 6064, 6064, please.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, so they're looking it up right now. Any advice for someone coming to pick up their packet?
Yes, please make sure you know your number because that's important because this year we're just going by number. You don't need your name or anything. Just give us your number and we will get it.
Okay, okay. That is me. It says Jeremy M. Legou. I guess that's me. I don't really have a choice.
Okay. That's the lucky number today. And then we will put it in a bag.
Okay.
And instructions.
And we're good to go. It's that simple.
And you need to be in line by 8:30.
In line by when?
8:30.
Okay, in line by 8:30. That's early. I'm kidding. I'll be there and I'll be ready. Thank you very much. And oh, I will. Yeah, thank you. And so we'll be here all night. Now we're heading into the trade show. We'll give you the forecast and we'll show you everything you can do if you make your way down to the convention center. But for now, it's back to you guys so I can go have a little more fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you found your bib number right there, Jeremy. Step in the right direction. All right, thank you very much. Well, a traffic alert as we head into the race weekend. According to race officials, no parking signs, or parking signs rather, are already out on parking meters in downtown Spokane. But don't worry, they don't actually go into effect until Sunday. Well, then at 6 a.m. on race day, all parking meters in downtown Spokane will be labeled as closed. The closures will impact streets along the race course, including Riverside Avenue, Monroe Street, and Broadway Avenue.
And don't forget, we will be there as well. So make sure to meet us. Come say hi at mile 7 of the course. We're so excited to cheer you on as you run or walk by. And if you would like more information about how to get ready, making sure that you're ready for Bloomsday this year, just text the word Bloomsday to 509-448-2000. We'll send that link right to your phone.